Hello, Yaquan Holloway with Holloway Consulting Group. I did a little reading this weekend, and I was reading E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. And one of the topics that really resonated with me was how we delegate to others. Specifically, he called it management by abdication versus management by delegation. And I think many of us often go by management by abdication. We find a smart, warm body to do a task or to take care of something, to take over a piece of our project or our business, and we're so excited to get them. Thank you so much. You know, I'm a praise person. I really appreciate you. I'm so excited, and I am. And I take my stuff and I say, here you go. And I move on with life, and I'm like, yes, because I'm not necessarily a micromanager. I trust that if you have the talents and the skills, you're going to do it, and I walk away. And then when I come back to pick it up, I'm disappointed often. Sometimes I'm thrilled because the person's done more than I could ever expect, but sometimes I'm not. And I'm like, why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you do that? Maybe you didn't tell them clearly, right? Often we don't even know exactly what we want. We just know we want it done. And when you hand something to somebody like that and abdicate your responsibilities, it often sets up a bit of a bad relationship between you and the person you abdicated to, because they're unclear. They want to do well, but they don't know what doing well means. And sometimes they're doing their best. Sometimes we haven't even been clear about when it needs to be done. We just give a sense of urgency, but quick. Well, what does quick mean? And who exactly is this for? So management by delegation is is the opposite of abdication. It's here is exactly what I need. It might not be how I want you to do it, because that's not always the smartest thing for us to do, but it's here's what I need done, and here's why I need it done, and here's when I need it done. And if there are specific processes and procedures that have to be followed, here's the standard operating procedure. And so we have to be very intentional as leaders. And I think it scares us a bit to do management by delegation, because it takes time. It takes time for us to get clear on what it is that we want, and not just to hand away everything, because it's easy to just hand it off and pray that it comes back in a good state. So my challenge for myself in my business is to make sure that I am walking the walk that I talk, which is, what's the process? How does it look? What's the trigger for the process? What's the risk for the process? Who needs to be involved? What does it look like? When does this go into effect? Oh man, just reading and having it strike a tone like that with me has caused me to feel accountable to it. And so I spent a lot of time scripting out the details. How does my administrative manager, how do I expect them to onboard an associate? How do I expect them to offboard an associate? What's the process for the weekly reports? What's the process specifically for the process and role diagnostic? Me, of all people, leading Holloway Consulting Group, a company where we focus on process and performance improvements and creating the action plan so that others feel empowered. I am accountable to this. So, exciting topic for me. The words don't sound as fun I felt empowered as I was writing down these processes, because I know that now I can hand these processes and opportunities to someone and expect greatness, because they have the blueprint. Well, you have an awesome day. Those have been my 2 cents. If you want to talk to me more, please reach out to me at info@hollowaycg.com, or check out my website, www.hollowaycg.com. cg.com. Have an awesome day.